What's going on, everybody? It's D-Rock, and I am back with another Omnibus haul for you. Today, we got the Deadpool and Cable Omnibus, the Marc Spector Moon Knight Omnibus, the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus, then we got the SpiderMan $2.99 Omnibus, the Complete Conspiracy Department of Truth, and then we have the Invincible Hardcover Compendium Volume 2. It's here. Let's get into it. If you haven't watched an omnibus haul from me so far, basically we just do a little quick overview of each of these books. I'll talk about the page count, the price, what's collected. If I know something about the issues collected in the book, I'll kind of just give you my thoughts on it. A lot of these I haven't read yet, so these are all going to be very new to me. And one of them that I'm going to be reading as soon as possible for sure is going to be the Invincible Hardcover Compendium Volume 2. Of course, we had to start this one out with the Invincible Hardcover Compendium Volume 2. Beautiful artwork on the cover here and on the spine as well from Ryan Ottley. Huge fan of the art throughout this series. It's kind of one of those series too that the artwork on the covers match the interiors as well, which you don't see very often in comics. You have Robert Kirkman on this, Ryan Ottley, and Corey Walker. Now this has a $99.99 cover price and a 1,184 page count. Now this book here collects Invincible 48 through 96, Invincible Returns number 1, and Astounding Wolfman number 11. That's another one too, man, that if you haven't read yet, you gotta check out Astounding Wolfman. It's an amazing read, just like Invincible is. Ever since Marc Grayson got superpowers, his life has never been the same, and now that his father, Omni-Man, the world's greatest superhero, has revealed himself to be the alien conqueror bent on taking over the Earth, things are going to get even worse. So, what sets Invincible apart is really its commitment to character development and its exploration of complex themes. This series delves into issues of morality, legacy, family dynamics, and the consequences of wielding power. Kirkman crafts a compelling narrative filled with twists, turns, and unexpected developments that keep you engaged throughout the series, and the artwork is just absolutely top-notch, man. Super brutal moments throughout this series. The action sequences are absolutely dynamic throughout Invincible. There's so much blood and gore and just moments of just insane brutality that you're just like, good God, can it get any gorier than this? I love it. I'm a huge fan of the characters throughout this series, like Marc Grayson and Omni-Man. These hardcover compendiums are quality made, in my opinion, the best way to read Invincible. Alright, another one that I haven't read yet. I've been waiting for a hardcover for this bad boy, man. The Complete Conspiracy, the Department of Truth. Huge fan of conspiracy theories and all that. And this book sounded amazing when it started coming out. And I was just waiting for a hardcover because that's how I like to read my books most of the time. And man, really looking forward to jumping into this book. Let's take a look at it. Here we have the Department of Truth, the Complete Conspiracy, Volume 1. Dope looking cover, man. I love that glossy look on there. It just gives it that extra little pop. Great looking spine on this book as well. Now this book here, it contains the Department of Truth issues 1 through 17, and this is by James Tynion IV. Huge fan of James Tynion. He's been killing it lately. I like just about every series I've read so far of James Tynion's, and I'm sure I'm gonna love this as well, as I'm a fan of conspiracy theories and such. So you have like Tyler Boss on the artwork here, John Pearson, David Romero, and then Martin Simons. He's also on a bunch of the artwork throughout this book. This hardcover here has a $49.99 cover price and a 520 page count. Now, the Department of Truth follows a story of Cole Turner, a man who was recruited by a secret organization known as the Department of Truth. The department's mission is to protect humanity and dangerous conspiracy theories that have become reality. In this world, the power of belief can alter history and shape reality, so the department seeks to control and contain these dangerous ideas. As Cole delves deeper into the world of the Department of Truth, he discovers a vast and complex web of conspiracy theories, urban legends, and myths that have become real. The series explores the concept of the Mandela effect, where a large group of people remembers events differently from how they actually happened. Throughout the series, Cole encounters various historical figures and events that have been influenced by the power of belief, including encounters with the Flat Earth Society, lizard people, and other popular conspiracy theories. There is an absolute ton of variant covers collected in the back of this book as well. I don't see this material being for everybody, but since I am a flat earther and a lizard person, I'm gonna love this material in this book. All right, next up here, we're gonna take a look at the SpiderMan $2.99 Omnibus. This is a big, thick book, man. There was a volume 2 already announced, so look forward to getting that eventually. Let's jump into these pages. Man, this Spider-Man 299 Omnibus, thick. This is the DM variant cover here with artwork from Jim Fern. This is by Peter David. Beautiful artwork on the cover, great looking spine on this book, love the design. You have a cover gallery on the back of the book as well, which is great. On the inside of the dust jacket, left hand side, a synopsis of the story, and on the right hand side, you have a list of the creators that worked on this material collected in this omnibus here. Great looking book itself too. You have the Spider-Man 299 on the spine. Just great stuff here. I'm glad that we finally got this book, and we have a volume 2 solicited already for this, which is awesome, man. So this has a 1,384 page count and a $150 cover price. Now this collects Spider-Man 2099 1 through 46 and Annual 1, Ravage 2099 number 15, X-Men 2099 number 5, Doom 2099 number 14, Punisher 2099 13, Spider-Man 2099 meets Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2099 special. So just to give a little background on the material collected in this book, in the year 2099, Miguel O'Hara is a brilliant scientist working for the mega corporation Alchemax. After an experiment goes wrong, Miguel's DNA is infused with the genetic code of a spider, granting him spider-like abilities. Initially seeking a way to reverse the process, Miguel realizes that he must use his newfound powers to fight crime and corruption in this dystopian future. As Spider-Man 2099, Miguel battles various futuristic villains and encounters familiar characters from the Marvel Universe who have evolved in this future timeline. This omnibus came out just in time for the release of Across the Spider-Verse in theaters. The artwork is bold and punchy, it screams 90s, and I'm super excited to get into this book. Next up, we have the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman omnibus, man. Finally got a reprint of both of these books here. I was a huge fan of the Fantastic Four Jonathan Hickman series, and the Avengers is no different, man. It's really, really fantastic material. Let's jump right into this omnibus. Alrighty, and here's the Avengers by Jonathan Hickman Omnibus Volume 2. Beautiful cover artwork here from Asad Ribic. The Blue Avengers by Jonathan Hickman on the spine. Now, the standard edition has the blue text, and the DM variant has the black text. And also, the A's don't match up. This whole omnibus is kind of a shit show, in my opinion. I love this white cover here. The pages are very see-through, so you can see the text and the images throughout the pages, as you can see right here, which is super unfortunate. This happened with all of the recent reprints of the Jonathan Hickman material, whether it be Avengers or the Fantastic Four, which kind of sucks. And just something to note as well, probably the last half of this book, almost every single page was stuck together. So I had to go through page by page and pull them apart, because otherwise it was kind of a, I don't know, I could just say fluffy, the later end of the book. So I had to go through. Once I did that, it's fine and it's perfect now, but that was very annoying to have to go through. I couldn't just stretch the spine like I do normally. It was kind of a little bit of an ordeal. And then again, like I said, the pages are super thin, which I'm not too mad at. It saves some space on the shelf, but I know some collectors are very irritated with the thin paper stock in this book. So this book does have a 1,088 page count and a $125 cover price. This collects Avengers 24 through 44 and New Avengers 13 through 33. So what you're going to get in this book is really just absolutely phenomenal artwork throughout it, and Jonathan Hickman's storytelling obviously is just terrific. You do get quite a bit of different variant covers collected in the back of this omnibus, along with original artwork. It's really a shame that they didn't do a better job on these reprints. The quality is definitely lacking, but the story and the artwork throughout it is absolutely phenomenal. Next up, we gotta have some Moon Knight, man. This is one that I was kind of on the fence a little bit about, but my boy Web of Omnibus, he recommended it to me so much. He was loving this run, so I had to pick it up for myself and give it a shot. Let's jump right into Marc Spector Moon Knight Omnibus. Next up, we have Marc Spector Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 1. A Volume 2 has already been solicited, so that will be on the way, I believe, next year at some point. This is the DM variant cover here with artwork from Carl Potts. Great looking cover, man. On the inside of the dust jacket, left-hand side, synopsis of the story. On the right-hand side, the creators. Love that moon with the subtle glow to it, and I think that this spine looks incredible, man. I really, really dig the way this book is laid out. The whole look of it is just fantastic. So this has a 1,064 page count and a $125 cover price. And this book collects Marc Spector Moon Knight 1 through 34, Amazing Spider-Man 353 through 358, and then you have Moon Knight Divided We Fall, and material from Punisher Annual number 2. So you do get like some team ups with Punisher and Spider-Man throughout this. Just flipping through, the artwork looks awesome. I like that the Bushman is back in this series. So the synopsis of this book is Marc Spector gets down and dirty, tackling street-level crime as a vigilante of the night. But when his old nemesis Bushman conquers his homeland of Barunda, Moon Knight must renew an international rivalry against his deadliest foe, with Marlene's life at stake. Meanwhile, Marc gains an unwanted ally in Midnight, takes on the anarchist Flag Smasher, and finds himself on trial for his crimes as a mercenary. Can Spider-Man and the Punisher help Marc root out the source of his woes? Plus, Stained Glass Scarlet seeks redemption, and Moon Knight deals with Arsenal, Chainsaw, Ghost Rider, the Hobgoblin, and the Sidekick's revenge. So like I said, just flipping through, man, this artwork looks fantastic throughout this book, and I was a big fan of the previous Moon Knight omnibus that were released, and I really can't wait to get into this run. It just screams 90s, and I'm just really loving this artwork. And last but not least, in this little omnibus haul here, we have the Deadpool and Cable omnibus, man. You know I had to get down with this. Huge Deadpool fan, and I love Cable. That is my dude right there. Time traveling, big guns, big pouches if you're the Liefeld style. Huge fan of this material, and let's take a look at this book. Alright, so here we have the Deadpool and Cable omnibus reprint. This is the DM variant cover with artwork from Mark Brooks. Great looking book here. Deadpool and Cable on the spine. Big, thick omnibus. Love the artwork here on the back, man. Gotta love a team up between Cable and Deadpool. On the inside of the dust jacket, left hand side, a little bit about this material that's collected in this book. And on the right hand side, the creators who worked on all this. Great looking wraparound cover. I'm digging the blue and the red Deadpool logos that are floating behind the characters here. Now this book has a 1,272 page count and a $125 cover price. This book collects Cable and Deadpool 1 through 50, Deadpool GLA Summer Fun Spectacular, and material from Deadpool 27. So Deadpool, also known as Wade Wilson, of course, is a mercenary with a twisted sense of humor and a regenerative healing factor. He frequently breaks the fourth wall, speaking directly to the readers and bringing a comedic element to his stories. Cable, on the other hand, is Nathan Summers, a time-traveling mutant with a bionic arm and advanced technology. He is more serious and stoic of a character, obviously, and often portrayed as like a warrior and leader. The interactions between Deadpool and Cable have been a fan favorite over the years, as their personalities and approaches to superheroics clash in very entertaining ways. They've appeared together in various comic book series, and the Deadpool and Cable omnibus basically just collects some of the most notable adventures between the two. If you're a fan of Deadpool and Cable, or if you enjoy a mix of action, humor, and oddball character dynamics, then this is definitely an omnibus you're going to want to check out. I think the artwork is really, really good throughout this, and it's just a fun read. I mean, you kind of just tend to blow through some of these issues, and it's really entertaining. So even if you're not the biggest Deadpool fan, I still recommend checking out this omnibus. And there you have it, a little omnibus haul for you. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. We talked about the page count, the price of these books, what's collected. Some great books in here, man. Really looking forward to the Department of Truth, and really, really looking forward to getting into the Invincible Hardcover Compendium Volume 2. I love the first volume. I'm still reading it, so like this is all new to me, and I am absolutely loving Invincible so far. One of my favorite reads. I'm a big fan of Robert Kirkman. The Department of Truth, really looking forward to that. James Tynion is like another one of my favorite writers right now. I love Something Is Killing the Children. I love World Tree. Spider-Man 299, you can't go wrong with it, man. That is an awesome book right there. Deadpool and Cable, Marc Spector, Moon Knight, Avengers by Jonathan Hickman, all fantastic books in this little omnibus haul here. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite book out of the bunch was, and of course, as always, thank you for watching.